Hello everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, hold on. Actually, okay, that's better. Hello everyone. I hope everyone is doing really well. I'm very happy to see you guys. Music loud. Oh, sorry. Let me lower that. Forgot. Is this better? Should be better. Hi. Maybe a bit too loud still, or maybe that's okay. not in the green. You tell me. I stopped streaming for 2 weeks and I forget everything. As always. Okay, normally, right now should be starting to follow our usual stream again, like a usual schedule. Figure it out still? Let me lower that again. Yep. Yeah, so usually, like, this should be us going back to our usual schedule. I am back from vacation. I'm back from vacation and it went really well. I got to rest, it was really fun. I got bitten by so many mosquitoes. Like, I have, like, just on my left hand, I have 4 bites. And something to know about me is like I'm like slightly allergic to mosquito. Still? Okay, sorry. Let me no. Aha. Let's lower that to this maybe? Maybe even this. Is this better? It looks like it should be. But I don't know. Maybe... I don't know why stuff keeps, like, changing. Better? Let me maybe do, like, an 80% volume. Okay. I don't know why things keep changing. So you can listen to it. Nah, that's fine. I don't have time for that. It's already so late. I listen to the VOD. Because I'm still at my parents' place right now. Which does mean that I do not have a control over when I'll let the stream. Technically not my house, not my rules. I can't really help it. But we're gonna do, like, make the best out of today. I know I started a bit late. For my defense, I was very ippy. I went to bed a little bit too late because I was happy. Like, we arrived yesterday from vacation after, like, a pretty long drive. And I was really happy to be able to play video games again and have Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi is kind of nice to have. But yeah, so I was happy to be back. I ended up playing until like 2. And I was like, oh wait, I need to like brush my teeth, do stuff, go to bed. And it was like, it's super duper warm in France right now. Like, right now it's like 11 here, like 11 AM. And it's already 27 degrees. Yesterday we were at like 40, I think, for most of the day. I'm so tired of the warmth right now. I wish it will stop soon. I hope so. But yeah, so yeah, then I had troubles falling asleep. I spent a bit too long reading, which is fun. I'm gonna eat some biscuits. I haven't had breakfast. Hello, Blackout! I'm very happy to see you! Look at your message, it's all like shiny! Yay! I'm happy to see you again, Blackout. I hope your life has been treating you very well. Yeah! I had nice vacations. I got to pet a giraffe. It was crazy. They're huge! Because like, you're like, oh yeah, giraffes are very tall. Which, like, that's not the surprising part. The surprising part is, like, they're massive. Like, I took a selfie. You can maybe find it on the Discord. Even though I blacked out my face on it. And, like, I took a selfie with the giraffe that just, like, peeked over my shoulder. And, like, the head of the giraffe is, like, the size of my torso. Like, it's like, it's not just tall, it's also huge. I was mind blown. And we had a Nick Dips. That was pretty cool. Ah! Let me get some notifications. I know it goes. I'm very happy to hear that everything's going really well for you. Yeah, we got an eclipse. It was technically a full eclipse, even though it was, I think, in total only 97%. Well, like only still a lot. It was so much fun. Like, we took sandwiches and like drinks and stuff, and we went on like rocks that just like go in the sea with my parents and my sister, and we just like sat there eating like our little sandwiches while looking at the sun slowly disappear. And then since the eclipse like happened quite late, then we got to watch the sunset as well, which was kind of nice. It was very chill. It was very good memories. But the one thing I didn't really have much time to do during those vacations is draw. I drew a little bit because I took my tablets, my like small iPad to draw. But I wasn't very inspired. I didn't have much time. It was so warm, so it was a bit hard to find the time to do that. Especially since well, there was like so many things to do and the sea to enjoy and stuff like that. Like I said on Discord, I'm no longer a anemic vampire. I still look pretty pale, not gonna lie. I'm not the biggest fan of just like lazing in the sun. But I have a bit more colors. And I got back my freckles on my nose, which is really cute. I think it looks adorable. Usually I don't really see them. Like I think like since they're like appear very slowly, you don't really notice them appearing. But like the other day I just went in front of the mirror and looked and I was like, wait, hold on, they're here. But yeah, it was cute. It was really cute. It is really cute. I still have them. But yeah, I'm very happy to be streaming again. I really missed streaming and I miss you guys, so I'm so yapping for that. I'm very happy. But today we have a little plan. A little program today is that we're gonna continue what we started before I left, which is to work on the Glorpi quote-unquote design. So for those of you who were not there last time, let me introduce you to Glorpi. Glorpi is not her definitive name. It's a code name for now, because she is mine. She's my design I bought from Korokene. I forgot the name of the artist. Let me find it. It's a design I bought. It looks awesome. She looks adorable. I love her. And I decided to buy her. Coco Kirome is the name of the artist. Coco Kirome. And I decided to buy this design to... Sorry, I'm getting a bit lost in my thoughts. Yeah, I decided to buy her design and to use her for little side projects that will be on a new channel, where I want to try to learn to sing. Singing is something I really love, but also something I'm very insecure about, for many reasons, some more personal than others. But I generally want to improve and get better, so at some point I will actually start recording covers, and so give them not the best. I hope they won't be too bad though. And I will be posting them under the new name, and with this design that you see next to me. So until then, for now, the channel technically already exists. I already have a name picked out. But since I'm still very shy, I'm very shy about it, and don't know when I'll actually start working on it. I have doubts I would start working before coming back to Sweden. So that means that we most likely won't have an actual cover until like the second half of September. Please do be patient with me. It's a project that's very important for me. It's a way for me to try to, well, like, love myself a bit more, you know? Yeah, so and I like the idea that it's like a little alien discovering humans and human seeing and be like, wow, that's so cool. I want to do that, and like having to learn. I feel like it's a good representation of me in a way. But yeah, so that's our new projects. I think it's gonna be fun. Last time, let me show you a little bit. Let me change model, so I can show you the progress we've made last time. If I can find it. Last time we decided which model we wanted to use as a base. I own a few customizable Vtuber model, so that's what I decided to use as a starting base for my edits, basically. The one I'm currently using right now is Senmaku's customizable model. She's really cute. She has very funny faces. But she also doesn't have that much customization. Like a lot of what we can see on me right now, if I move a little bit, so let me find the desk and the chair here. If you look at me right now, you can see that like the goggles and ears don't move exactly right. Same for the like skirts, that's pretty rigid. That's because all of them, including my shoulder pad, who does move pretty okay, are actually items. So it's like PNGs that I drew and that I put and just like attached to the model. But it doesn't mean that most of them don't have rings. The ears have rings because I did like a sort of art trade with a VTuber called Shoni. She's very sweet. She's a unicorn VTuber. Her design is adorable and very colorful. And basically I helped her try to make a like horse tail, and in exchange she agreed to rig my ears a little bit, so that's why we have a little bit of movement, which I'm very happy about since, well, they're always on my head, so you see them a lot. But yeah. But what I want to say, like, even like here, the front of the skirt is an item. That's why my hands are a bit like behind it. So it's always a bit tricky to play around with models. A lot of them, like, they're all really cool, and like the artistry that goes into making them is so impressive to me. One day maybe I'll try to make an actual model myself, but until then I will just be like gushing over how cool those ones are. But I also have Suikas, Mei, Liz Meta, like I have a ton of them. Midnight, since recently I offer like commissions to remake them. But the one we ended up picking for it is the twin tail model. So I'll show you where we were last time. So here's loading the model. We're gonna get to see Glorpi. Hi! But yeah, so this was our progress last time. You can see she's really cute. I ended up working on her a bit more than last stream. I think last stream we only made her and started lightly with editing. Since then I spent some more time just like working on the editing. That's why you can see some parts aren't finished, like the headphones around my head. The fun thing with texture editing is that you have to use it like kind of puzzle pieces. So right now, the earpiece is actually drawn directly on the hair, and the little like cat ear headset part at the top is technically, originally, I made a headpiece for like a maid outfit. I think it's kind of funny. Hey cartoon character, how's it going? Hello, just a bold dude. How is it going? How is being bold going? It's going really well. It's going really well. I'm yapping a lot. I'm showing kind of the work in progress. So I started to take a little bit of liberties with some of the stuff. For example, here I thought this little tie is really cute and fits the design really well. So I decided to improvise a little bit on the original design that you see right there, to have it be a tie with a gem on it instead of on the shirt. Doing slick, very smooth. Nice, I'm really glad to hear it. But if you see, I even like started to do some like small details. Here I still have some trouble. If I look up, you can see my chin is a bit like a weird color. I'd like it to be more blue. But I'm still learning my way around the model. Twintel has such a cute rigging. It makes me very happy. I just want to make silly faces. But yeah. And pretty eyes. I love the eyebrows rigging. Anyways, so let me show you a bit more. What I've done last time, well, at least since last time, is that I finished actually the sketch of everything. Right now, pretty much everything is how I want it to be in the end. Very well done, very good, thank you. I didn't actually draw the model. The model is made by... because I think Twintel is the name of the model, but not the artist. Hold on. I have holes in my head. I am not very good with names. Let me... let me check that. Hold on. Oh no, I think Twintel is the name. Yeah, Twintel is the name of the artist. Okay. I wasn't sure because sometimes some models, the artists use a name for the model, but it's not their names. So I prefer checking. But it is indeed Twintel. So yeah, the model is made by Twintel, and what I'm doing that I'm drawing on top of it. So basically here, if you look at the little shorty that I have, like the bicycle shorts, I've added them myself. They're drawn directly on the legs, so Twitch doesn't bonk me. Important. And same goes with a lot of the thing that looks pretty rough right now, like the little stars on the socks and even the shoes. I've actually drawn myself. Like basically the model has boots. I think they're like just a bit under the knee. And I decided to draw on top of it to make it look the way I want. I see a few things here and there, but overall, yeah, just customizing it with some extra step. Basically, customizable models, you have a ton of options, like different hair options, different clothing options. But if you have a very specific design like I do on the right here, and you don't want to sacrifice some accuracy to make it, then you usually have to go into the textures that make up the model to draw on top of it, or erase some part of it. That's for example here on the glove that I do. I drew the little transition on the wrist, little red thing, and I erased the star shape so you can actually see the skin under. Same with the belts here, like he said, different belts, and I drew on top of it to make it look the way it does now. This is very much a sketch. As you can see, the lines are pretty rough, but it's also very fun. He looks at us as well. That's a good one. Yeah, I think I do. I kind of hope I do. I have little antennas. Look at them wiggle. I can hypnotize people. Look at that. Look. Yeah, I find them cute. No, hello. It's a little boy cat. I don't know if the furrow rhythms work really well with this model. Pickle from the visit. I mean, I could be like a far cousin. Hey, okay, well, it is adjusted. Surprisingly, it works well. Because sometimes, like the throw app is like calibrated for a specific model. So if the models are not the same scale, they can miss. Interesting accent you got there. Where is it from? I'm from France. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, my accent, I think, is getting a bit worse. It has gotten much better since I started streaming. It was actually one of the reasons I started streaming. Hey yo, wesh le sang. Hello, hello. Comment ça va? Are you also French? That's funny. I hope you enjoy the eclipse the other day. That's pretty fun and cool. Next one is in like 80 years. It's kinda crazy. Or 60, I don't remember. Regardless, it's kinda crazy. Now you just know to speak a few words in gangster French. I mean, fool me! The gangster French is kind of funny sounding. Where are you from, if you want to share? Enough to get beaten. No, it's okay. Nothing from what you said was actually, like, threatening. It was more like, yo gang, how's it going? Let's see. Let me put on my artist glove. New Zealand, whoa! You're very far. What time is it for you? Okay, so let me change this to... Well, this is a bit chaotic, but that kind of works. We're gonna be drawing a little bit. 9:30 in the morning or in the evening? Here it's 11 in the morning. Nighttime for you, yeah. I was a bit surprised if we were just a few hours behind, yeah. Yeah, so here you can see kind of what we're working with. So this is how the model works, basically. You have all of the different elements on a spreadsheet like this, like very evenly spaced, spread and stuff. And the goal is to find what you need and draw on it to make it work for you. Here you can see, for example, this shirt there where I added the red part at the bottom. You even got the PS4 controller. Yeah. This model is really cool. It has quite a lot of toggles. Let me see if I can find some of them. Yeah, you have like the tail, you can wave. What's the control for it? Ice left control. Oh no, my biscuit. They're okay. So left control and numpad, yeah. I can look very silly. I look like an alien now. I mean, I always kind of do, but yeah, she has some cute toggles. It's a bit hard for me to use them right now. Because usually when I stream from Sweden, where I left my stream deck and such. Which is why, like, right now I do everything with my keyboard, but my desk is not big enough for all my stuff, so I have the keyboard like on the side. Sweden, do I speak it? I speak it a little bit. Jag talar svenska en lite. Just a little bit. I want to learn more. I have my little like Swedish like class book on my left. I need to remember to take it to Sweden with me. And if I don't speak it more, it's because of Pong. Because he's not a good teacher. He always speak to me in English with my French accents that I accidentally gave him. No, I'm okay, I'm sorry. You. Yo! Okay, I don't know the last word. Para and Skallingman. You're a guy from somewhere? I don't know. Yeah, my Swedish is not the best. I will learn, I will get better. But for now, it's not that best. Okay, so what am I looking for? Let's try to get some texture in there. I think first I want to make Glorpi very shiny. I think that would look adorable. Let me... Oh, it's kind of funny because now that you say it, it's like you have like Baron and Skull, which is kind of like head. It's like the Baron head. Am I right in the like origin of the words? You can double check me. So here we have the hair. Hair looks okay for here. Something we could do. Let me try something. Fingertip. Let's do 14. Scully. Para and is just a... Say what? Oh no. It's not very visible what I'm trying to do. Let's try something else. Let's see with my brushes if I have anything really kind of cool. This probably should be way smaller than that. Let's do a gypsy. Do you speak Swedish, Wong? It's just a skinny guy with no hair. You are a Swedish. Gratranka. What does that mean? You need to be bigger. I don't know if I like it. I don't know if I like it actually. We'll do that later, we'll come back later for that. I'll figure out a way to have a more natural transition between the colors. Nothing important. It's quite hard to learn Swedish for the teachers, but I've learned. Maybe, that's kinda true. But at the same time, it's not that hard of a language. Lucky for me, because I'm trying to learn it. Like, it's very nice for that. It's not super hard. This can wait. Something else. Let me see. Where am I? Okay. Setting together. So now, what we're gonna do, a little city. And we're gonna try to give a little shine. Oops. To the stuff we have here. I can add glow. No, it's too bright. No, sublight is too light. Hard light kind of works. Vivid as well. I kind of like the vivid. I'm gonna try to make just a little bit shinier. It's a bit too bright. It's like overshadowing the line art, which I don't really like. Let me go back. You see, if I do this like that, and then I put it in glow. Aha! Interesting. Let me see. This could work. Overlay kind of works. Soft is too soft. No. It's kind of work. I don't really like how yellow it is. Let's try something slightly different. Too blue. It's hard to know what to do. It's supposed to be a snail, and that reminds me of snail eyes. Yeah, that's true. When I was a kid, I really loved snails. Like at my grandparents, every time it rains, it was like so many of them. They're so cute. And they had even like a little cage where you could like put them in for a little bit to look at them. I'm sorry for the noise. Let me close the window. There's like construction work just across the street, and it's been going on for a literal month. It's slightly annoying, but it's okay. Maybe I try to put it like this. It's too soft. Let's do don't mind me, I'm just like finding my marks, finding what I want. Maybe something a bit rougher. Let's do a dark one for now, so we can see what it looks like. I don't really like this one. I kind of like that it adds layers like that. Something like that. Maybe I just go with white. Usually I prefer not doing too white, but I think it's gonna help us. So here what I like to do is have a like main highlight and a little one around the other side because of the way light spreads. Soft light. Overlay works well. I like overlay. That's overlay. So when we're do this, we can do that. Maybe do something like that. Try just a little bit. Try to add just a little bit of shadow. Something like this. As it makes it a bit more blurry. It doesn't look that harsh. And ta-da! It looks a little bit more 3D now. Just like by touching the eyes. And still just throw them apart to give them a fight. Fight for the life. I mean, that's true. As long as you throw them on grass, so they land nicely. So, we're currently editing this one. The way it works right now, I'm saving over the current module files. So when we come back here, and I think it was this button, I'm gonna freeze for a second. It's normal. And then, bam! Look at all these antennas. Aren't they kinda cute? And they look a bit more 3D now. Let me be pretty big. Up. Does this work? Okay, so that's perfect. So now we need to remember we have our colors. We need to keep the same ones across the whole body. Because like we don't want to have any like weird thing where like some places the shadow is like greener than others. It wouldn't really make sense. So now let's see. I think I'm gonna leave the hands alone. Maybe I can just do the shoulders. Let's do the shoulders. Let's have some fun. I have an idea. Just like this. Ah, right. Everyone's folder. Okay, this is right. And we used... hold on. I forgot which layer formatting we used. We used overlay. Okay. Overlay. So we need to kind of choose it the same way if we want it to be consistent as well. Okay. I'm sorry for the constant zooming in and out. That's how I can like, kind of check my work. Okay, that looks pretty good. And something I want to add. I don't know if I have a brush for it. But I also want to add something like that. Just to add a little bit of sparkles. Just so like, to look a little bit more like otherworldly, you know? Once we're gonna add like little star shapes. So it looks... So it looks a bit like space-y. Like space freckles. You know, it would be cute. I'm a bit unsure about this one. Critical running, thank you! Ooh, maybe I should do them on a new layer, I think. New layer. Let's see, maybe a hard light? No. I don't think it makes much of a difference. Don't think it's divine. None of those, really. Ooh, I didn't see a second ooh. Yeah, we'll just do like a few here and there. Yeah, that looks pretty cute. Then we can try maybe to have a darken with this. A bit smaller maybe. Something like that, just a little bit. Just a little bit, just a little bit. Okay. Well, let's export this and see. Let me open the window again. Hopefully we don't have too much noise. Just so warm. Since the start of the stream, temperature outside has risen from 27 to 29 degrees Celsius. Yippee! Help! Okay. Let's see. So, right now, this is what we have. Look at the shoulders especially. That's where we'll see, hopefully, the next change. Yeah, that looks cute. It's not super visible, but I think it's maybe for the best. And like it will pop up a bit more in a little bit when we also do like a little bit on my cheeks, I think up here, and well, on the ladies as well. So it's pretty good. I think for here, the issue is this shading. So we're gonna get rid of that shading, or at least color it, I think. Because right now the shading is blue, which doesn't look right on the shorts. So we're gonna color pick the shading from here, from the leotard, and add it onto the short as well. So it's a nice little antenna wiggles. Let's see. I think right now this is the one we have. Maybe color pick from here. And then with you, just like change that a little bit. Hopefully this will be enough. Let me see if we need to change anything else, maybe on the gloves. No, the gloves looks alright. Yeah, I'm gonna do the hips a bit later. Right now we'll only see this part change if you see my mouse, just under the belt. Oops, I'm sorry, I'm still cut up. Need to remember that Glorpi is actually also my model for the stream. Let's see. This one, path, yes, okay. Okay. It's a lot of steps just to save. But let's see. So now if you look at the hips, hopefully we'll see a change. Let me open my cola as well. Yeah, that looks better. Okay, hold on. Looking, respectfully, I hope. But let's see. That's killing me. We have a lot of like wind currents in our apartments. It has a tendency to slam doors everywhere at all times. So I'm sorry for the scare. I also need to darken my eyebrows. They're too pale right now. I'll make them more pink like my hair. We'll do that in a minute. So this is a good start. I'm happy with that. I think. Yeah, that looks good. So let's do the same thing with the legs. I should be close by. Right, I also wanted to do this. Aha. So now we're gonna do something a little unconventional. So I want to add like the cute little light freckles. Oops, I'm sorry. I'm not looking in the right place. Hello, welcome back. But like, I like the cute little freckles. This is what changed since you were last year. On my shoulder. And I want to add them on my face, I think. But scroll back to normal position. As you can see, we have multiple faces. So some are meant to be kind of like underfill, like to be the line art. The one with like squares on it, this one, if you see my mouse, is to add custom paints. So I think we might be using that one. But I know where it is. Yeah, let's do that one. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna show you a little bit of the customization. I'm gonna go up there, Glorpi, and let's do custom. So this is where we actually like select the different like elements. For example, like you can change skin color, stuff like that. That's done. Here 10 is like no tongue slider added. Holy shoulder shade. I know, right? I like how like sparkly I am. Okay, face. DIY face marking. Hello. I look very silly. But it's okay, we won't look silly very long, I promise. I look a bit scary right now. We go back to our editing. As you can see, now we have this element on our face. The reason why it has this kind of coloration to it is so you can actually count to be able to place stuff better. So you have the dark line at the bottom, then the one line, and the line above dark line, like horizontal dark line, is my eyes. So we will want to place it towards the bottom of that, all the way to like the start of the next dark line. I think it's, yeah, it's like we start middle of dark line 3 and end a little bit of like around the start of dark line 2. Yes, we have a plan. Thank you so much. Oh, what happened? Oh, thank you so much for the follow. I'm sorry, with my setup I don't see, I hear my alerts and then I have to like look into my little feedback that's so small on my phone. Okay. So. Let's draw on top. Do you see how here we start with, like, I think this line is the one we start with. So then basically we want to have, I think, what is happening? So I think this is where my chin is. Like, I have to imagine like here. And we want we want to have our sparkles from like here to here, I think. Let's try it. I'm gonna make a square where I intend to put my sparkles. And we're gonna do a little silly. We're gonna duplicate this layer. Like, I like always having duplicates if I'm about to like erase something. Transform it into an image, and we're gonna select this. And up. Let's see where this square is. We export like this, and hopefully we'll have a rectangle on my face that shows us exactly where we're gonna put our little pickles. So let's reload and get rid of that ugly square. Yeah, it's not too bad. Hold on. So, I think it starts a bit too high and ends way too low. So, but at least we found the right line. But let's modify this. Let's actually follow what we said before. Let's... no. Alright. That's... we are up there. So actually the space we have is more akin to something like this. Let's erase this and try again. I want to get it perfect, because then I don't have to do it again, since it's a fast rendering method, where I'm using a brush to help me with the shine and freckles. It's better to just like place it well first and then like do it. Much better, look at that! Now we know where we're gonna have our freckles. Yeah, they're here. We want this, we want that. add them especially there. Bit hard to see, so I'm gonna activate the black background so you can see them better. Let's have some on the nose as well. Don't know if we can really do overlay with this. Where is it? Doesn't really work, no. And then on top of that, we're gonna add our little stars. Hi Mocha! Hello! I hope you're doing well! I miss you! Hehehe. I am back, Mocha. Are you proud of me? Hopefully now I'll be able to stream back to regular stream time. Hello, Ghostlo Chaser. Okay, let's have a bit of this one as well. Okay, let's see if this was well aimed. Let's put that. Export PNG F. Then beep, and let's reload. Hopefully now the square should appear and we should have cute freckles. Okay, looks cute. Let me get rid of the freckles from the model. Okay. Freckles. Bye-bye. Okay, wait, that looks cute. We can barely see them. Oops. It's a bit hard to see them. So I think I have an idea. I'm gonna add a bit more of them up, I think. Like the underlayer of the sparkles. And make them a bit more yellow. So I think that's the thing here. They look more yellow because of the overlay. So because here they're basically on nothing, quote unquote, because they're directly drawn on a separate layer than the skin. We have to add Glorpi evasion. So yeah, I think we need to add a bit of that yellow self. Yeah, do that. So I fade this back up so we see it. And we want this one. We're gonna lock the transparent pixel. Basically, you can only draw on so that have already been drawn. And let's do a little bit of smart thing. You can see here, this is what we had. Let's take this yellow. Yeah. Yeah. Perfect. So now we have color picked the color that becomes the sparkles on the shoulders. And what we're gonna do is fairly simple. We're just gonna paint over this one. Up. Perfect! Look at that! So sleek. Maybe we can even have a little bit of slightly more yellow parts towards the center. Okay! Looks good. Let's try again. But I'm a very big fan of how the little stars I drew looks on my cheeks. I think it looks adorable. It's actually inspired. It's not on part of the design, as you can see top left. But it's actually something I did just kind of like that for fun in Tomodachi Life when I created Glorpi on Tomodachi Life. And I think it looks adorable. Okay. They're even less visible. Okay, well, we're gonna leave them... We're gonna leave them white. They're more visible like that. We're gonna add more of them. We're gonna make them way denser, I think. Okay, let me just color them white again. Right, I need to unlock the pixels. Okay, let's see. Then click on the layer and bit of the treasure multiplier and such to make it brighter. Maybe, but I'm not sure. I don't think I can. It's a good question though. It's more like you add the layer. Oh wait, I think I know what you mean. Let me try. I'm so sorry, I forgot to put my face a bit smaller. Let me just do this. Hi. Okay. Are you watching? Let me drop you a bit aside. Look at my little freckles. Once it reloads. I think it looks cute. It's very light, but it's a nice little added bonus, I think. Yeah, it looks cute. I like it. Something I might do is actually make my the blush a bit brighter to really echo more the highlights there. Let me see. I don't remember if I made the blush in... I think I did it in texture editing directly. So let me try to look for it. It should be somewhere here. Is that the blush? I think it is. Perfect, actually. Then, here, instead we're gonna do this. Right. We're gonna do this. I don't like the color. It's not working. If we do like a... Here it becomes like green. I don't like it. That's better. I think this as well. We're gonna try. It might be too much. If it's too much, we revert to how it is right now. Oops, not JPEG, please. Basically now we're trying to change the color of the blush from green to more yellow. So it looks a bit more like what we've done to the shoulders. Let's reload. Oops, sorry! I hit the mic with my pen. I mean, no, I don't like it. Hold on. Okay, so I don't like it. Why? Because now it's invisible. Why is it invisible? Maybe making the brush more orange, but leaving the actual line be green might be better. Let's try. So you trial and error, you know? Can we try more like orange? Don't like... Let's try something like this, it's brighter. You try again. Not maps. Here. Oh, slightly big webcam. Okay, hold on. Sorry. Nearly done. I'm sorry. My big head is a bit in the way. I keep forgetting. I'm sorry. Okay, let's reload. I think that's cute. I don't know actually. So the mix look a bit brown and gray. I don't know. I think I'll put it back to how it was. Because it does make the freckles pop up more when it's darker. So we're gonna do that. Yep. Put it back. Yep. Okay, do we want to add any like highlights and stuff? I think otherwise it's fine. Or... might have an idea actually. Let's try something, shall we? Let's try something, so something. Up, 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 and over. I have an idea. Let's try to just have this be like this. So. Where is it? Why is it not appearing? Hi? Go? Oh, it is appearing, just... No, that's... Aha, that's better. Okay. Add glow. Let's see what that looks like. I don't know what I'm doing, honestly. We're testing stuff. This editing goes through a lot of that, so especially here where I'm just kind of doing it for fun. I do a lot of back and forth. I think here I'm taking quite a lot of liberty with the design as well. Okay, it's too high. I put my freckles way too high. They're above my eyes. Okay, hold on. That's not planned. We lower them a lot. Oops, I TV webcam again. I'm sorry. Hold on. Keep forgetting. I'm so sorry. So yeah, I keep moving my model, and I just kind of switch back quickly. Still too high, still like behind my eyes. Big Glorpi day, exactly. So we haven't seen Nikos today. I hope you won't lose this streak. Okay. So to be fair, if he's sleeping, that might be for the best. That man is never sleeping for some reason. I'm a bit unsure. This shit is a blush. The blush is so like in the way. Let me try to change the blush amount here. It's better. You can still tell with a bit of blush, but you can definitely see the sparkles better. Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's cute. This will do for now. This will do for now. Perfect. Let's continue our way through the model. Is there anything here for me? No, it's fine. Okay, here. Haha. So here what we're gonna do is pretty silly. I'm gonna go in here and do, I think that was this one. We're gonna color, what is this part? But I think that's the parts that's currently where the short is. Okay, something like this, I think. And now we can add. I think this is one. Some of that shiny. Something like that, maybe? You don't have Olive was scared of Emil? Yeah. Yeah. I think she's pretty cute. I think we need to do the feet, since it won't be visible. Yep, let's do this. Up. Look at that. When you're lazy to do the color twice, you do this. And bam! Done! That's pretty good. Now we can do the dark and... Oh, I think the music died. Let me do that quickly.
Oh god, the vortex!
What is this? Okay, this one has Kirby's on the thumbnail. Yeah, that's good. Do this, let's do that. This maybe do a little bit of fingertip and like underline a little bit. I don't like it. Let's not do that actually. Just use the brush, make it smaller. Okay. Let's try to like showcase the underside of the knee. Like that, but I don't think it's where the color work. Bit of blend. That's better. Add some blur here. I don't like how it gets overshadowed by... I don't like how the lights disappear behind. Oh. That's why? No. Aha, that's why. That looks better. And now let's duplicate it, select it, flip it, move it, and place it. More or less, like as best as I can, similar. And overlay, you overlay too. Yeah, look at that! I don't like it. That looks just cute. It's gonna be shiny as heck. Okay, let's export it. Let's see. So the legs are here. It's kind of nice because this model has very little textures, layers. I think the one with the most I've seen was Lee's Meta. When it has like 30 layers, this one has 13. A bit better. Okay, so you can see here, this is what we have. And now, in theory, if I reload, we should have something pretty cute. Isn't that kind of cute? Might have to blur the highlights a bit more. And here, just a little bit change the line art color a little bit here. But it's much better. Look at that. Shiny peak, exactly. There's maybe a smooth transition between the two. Why it's not working? Why? Why is that working? Oh, by the way. Yeah. That is why. Let's like erase very softly the edge, so it's just not too visible. Where like it goes from short to leg. Same on the other side. Okay. And this one, the highlights. First of all, I'm gonna fuse both of them. I don't know, both legs are linked. Yeah. I'm gonna like do just a little bit of erasing. Make it just look a little bit nicer. Mainly with that, I'm gonna make them a little greener. They look a bit more like the one on the other side. Yep. That looks nicer. Okay, and now we can add the very cute little sparkles. You have them in Add Glow. Go down here to find them here. Add them on the knee as well, I think that would look cute. Okay, I think that's gonna look absolutely adorable. Let's try. Okay, guys. I think it's gonna look peak. So this is what we have right now. And then we reload. Okay, it's not a big change, but I think it does look a bit nicer. Hold on. I think I know why. I have an idea. Look a little bit at the sparkles. Then it looks pretty juicy. I think what I'm going to do, I'll do a bit like last time. We duplicate the base layers, erase like makes the bottom one visible, so we can modify this one without feeling too bad. Do a bit of that. We're gonna come here and just erase the thing that would come in the way of our very beautiful sparkles. Like here. This is kind of like the shadow that's drawn on top of it. But as cute as it looks, I don't like the way it hides my highlights and stuff. Let's just like erase a little bit more. This should definitely help. Okay, we try again. But this is very nice, because here you can definitely see how nice it is to just be editing directly the textures on my computer. Because before I bought this drawing tablet that I have now, I only had my iPad, which is now used for my tracking. I made like all of the texture editing be very long, because I had to like send it over Discord to my computer, download it, and then I could test. When I hear, I just save it and I test. That looks cute. I like that. Look how shiny it looks. I think we're gonna actually do the same thing for the shoulders, now that I think about it. Because they're getting a bit erased behind it. Look how shiny. Gonna erase just here in the socks a bit, and then we'll be Gucci. And little antenna wiggled and we're back. I'm regular learning shininess. Thank you. I actually really enjoy doing it. I think that should be good. We're gonna export it, we're not gonna test it right away. Let's go back to the layers where we modify the shoulders. I think it was one of the first one. Let's close. This one. And take this and like erase the top shadow here a bit. So we don't really want it over here. Since we want to have a light source hitting the shoulders, having a shadow and a light makes it a bit iffy. That's kind of, it's been bothering me, but I couldn't really place my finger on it. Now I can. And I like this. Yeah. So best. One of my posters fell from the wall. That's a bit surprising. It's fine. Okay, let's test both now. Now I'm gonna reload and we should see a change around the shoulders, and I'm gonna go down to the legs to check as well. Yeah, look at that. Look at those shoulders. They look shinier. Same for the leg. Perfect. I'm very happy with that. Should we start rendering the texture for the clothes? I think we should, because it's kind of fun to do. Well, it's not super hard to do on my iPad, but I haven't done it since. So let's try to give like a... I think maybe like white latex-y aspect to the leotard. Did I miss it? I think I did. Because I think the texture looks really cool and shiny, and I like that. There's that. But I've only done it in black so far. It's like if you know my Sagaluni usual model, it's very shiny and I like that. So let's try to give something a bit similar to this model as well. But I might struggle a bit, I might have to look up a tutorial or something. Let's see. I think one of the first things we should do is to give a little bit of that feel, of that see-through feel. Yeah, we're gonna try. I'm a bit scared because I've never done it. First, let's do a bit of that. Give me it green because that's what Glorpi skin color is. So we're basically gonna give it to all of the like high tension area where the like clothes is really tight against it. Do a let's apply sure. Maybe dark. No. Hard light, no. Testing a few things. I'm still not the like biggest knower in all of those settings here. I might have to send this tablet back to the makers because they keep getting like stuck pixel. Oh, the VDP! Hi, how are you doing? Like stuck pixel, where it's like a pixel with say red for some reason. Like right now I think I have like 2 or 3 different places of my tablets. Like I have one like here basically. I have one like what happened? At the top of my screen, like here. It's quite annoying because it's quite a recent tablet. New model, yeah, kinda. We're working on it right now. We're making a Glorpi design. Maybe a little bit more clean. Right, but we don't actually. Hold on, I realized something. Since we have shorten, we don't want this. We only want the one on the tummy. Then it would look weird. Let's do some of that. Let's do the blur. I think around the edges. The blend. Okay, well, let's try like this to start. Then we're gonna add some like harder lights. We'll see. Usually you can wait, green. I want white, please. Why is it so big? Like make it quite shiny. A bit more difficult since it's very light color already. Let's see, maybe something like this. make it a bit shinier. I'm gonna blur some of it, just like this one a little bit. Something like that. Side of this. I think that can help. Here we're gonna blur the side there. Yeah, starting to look really nice. So you can maybe add it. I don't think glow. I think glow is too much, but maybe just an add. This is kind of cute as well, but I don't know. Pin light. Your vivid. Okay, doesn't make that much of a difference. Brightness. Let's do maybe glow dodge. Make it look shinier. Maybe here can have some multiply with like those colors kind of. I try to like trying to add a little bit of like texture. Because the way a cloth or anything really wrinkles and stuff gives you a good indication about the textures. But I'm not really good at it. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. Ah! Often the case, but it's always a bit scary. Very much a trust the process kind of moment. I don't really trust it yet. No! Yes, pet the Sager harmony. Well, I guess right now it's more like fades the Glorpi. Aha. Hehehe. Hold on, starting to feel like something. Let me do a bit of let's blur souls. Erase a little bit. Right now the issue, it looks like the shadow is kind of floating. I think it's because of... Aha! Hold on. Not exactly how I want it to, but it's starting to. Do a little highlights. And here we're gonna change the multiply for something else. Darken is better. Fine. Wait, the vine kind of works. Hold up. Do like this and then a divide on top. So we blur it more. And this becomes more like a lighten. Screen. But that's a bit too strong. That could work. Yeah, we calls it too much. Oh no. Yeah, well, I'm gonna do a little test. I'm a bit uncertain. Might have to look at tutorials. Hey, you never stop learning. I definitely have some learning to do here. Okay, let's see. It might look ugly as fuck. I'm not gonna lie. It might. The green is too present. The shine is not that bad, surprisingly. Okay, we need to lower the green. Let's have it be like some like 50% or 60%, sorry. Opacity. Just to try again. Let me drink some. To? To what? There's wind. 2 Glorpies! Yes, there's 2 Glorpies! Here's where you can see in bigger what I look like. And for me, so I can see myself. Look at this tummy. I think for now this will have to do. I'm not good enough. I've never done like this type of rendering on white before. But I am what? Maybe try something maybe. So here maybe I have a silly idea. You have to bear with me while I try something. Try to add some pink. A little pink hue here and there. Just like as a soft light or hard light. Maybe a hard light, yeah. And then we're gonna maybe here try to spread it a bit. And we'll blur it a bit. Maybe stupid, not gonna lie, but we're gonna try. We're gonna add a little bit of glow. Here on the edges. Basically what I'm doing now, I'm adding like just a little bit more highlights, try to really make it feel shinier. Which will help sell really like latex idea a bit better. Birds a little bit. Yes, those lines. Let's try. So for reminders, you can zoom in on my tummy. This is what we have right now. No, we recharge it. Reload it, sorry. Maybe too bright. Yeah, definitely too bright. And the pink is a bit too overpowering, so I'm gonna lower that pink a bit. First, I think we're gonna reduce that shininess to 50%. And then the pink, which one is it? This one. I'm gonna make it a bit less. You like the pink? We're gonna have to do something a bit more discreet, I think. Color kind of works. Harness, nope. Feel nice softer. That is true. Maybe light a bit nicer, perhaps. Hard light, soft light. Play. But it's kind of nice. This one is way too bright. It's really color burn, I think. And I think I'll erase the topmost parts a bit. I think it's too hype to have that pink. Let's see. So I think we should keep the pink on the side, but erase it at the bottom. I think that's the issue I have right now. Whoa! Thank you so much for the
Marty
raid!
underscore the underscore artiste is raiding the lab with 4 cyberlings.
Hello, hello, Marty, and welcome everyone. Thank you so much for the raid. I hope you all had a very, very nice time and a very nice stream. For the little introduction, I don't usually look like an alien. I am Cyger Looney. I'm a robot astronaut, kinda. I want to become a game designer, so I play video game, and I'm also an artist. Right now we're working on a texture editing for this adorable model you see here, to try to match a little bit the design we have at the top of the screen. It's going really well so far. Trying to learn how to render white latex, because I usually in my design I have like black latex and it looks really cool and shiny, and I love the shiny. But I've never rendered it in white, so I'm struggling a little bit. But it is pretty fine. Thank you! The eyes are basically untextured. But twin tail model, so the model I'm currently using, has really, really cool eye customization. Let me show you a little bit. Like, look at those eyes. Those are the eyes that could ask you for the moon, and you would have to go get it. Hehehe. We're currently trying to make the like leotard here look very shiny. I think we're starting to manage. Eyes! I think I'd like to show you my usual eyes as well. Let me switch model. It's gonna be zoomed in on pick on the hips, it is often it is, so bear with me. Hold on. Let me go to this thing. This is my usual model. I really like those eyes. Do I prefer the preset? Like, kinda? Basically what I'm using are customizable models. So it's a Vtuber model that has quite a lot of features, like hairstyles, ears, horns. For example, here the horns are part of the model, but then they used to just be white with a black outline. And then on top of it I add some of my own drawings, which is here the way it looks kind of like crystals, are because I drew on top of it. That's pretty cool. How do customizable model work? That's a really good question. I can show you here a little bit. This. Here is all of this, like all of the settings a model can have. So the blue one is the one I'm using. The red one are one I can use if I want. The way it works then, that's when you activate or deactivate stuff. No worries, it's a really good question. When you slide the sliders, stuff happens. Here, for example, it's the models comes with like credits to the artist, which is really good. So when you start, you first have to, well, undo the watermark. You have a ton of different sliders. You can have this type of stuff. Different like face shape. It's gonna really depend from one model to the other. So you would also get like, for example, here, this one has very cool separate eyelashes sliders. That's why I have one white and one black, which I really like. But it's not always the case on models. You can have like different things. I think it's cute. And most models also come with different like bangs, side hair, back hair, and different outfits. Then it's already really good, and most people would just like use a model like that with the available options, and it will be enough for most people to find their happiness, find something that feels like them. Maybe join some part of me someday. That's so sweet. Thank you so much. Yeah, I do love fan art. Do I have a Discord? Yes, I do have a Discord. The link is under the stream, I think. It should still work. You would be more than welcome to join, and everyone wants to join as well. Let me find the link. Hold on. Hold on. I am so good. You found it? Okay, perfect. You're faster than me. I'm not always the fastest at computers. Oh wait, I realize I've been yapping in the void, but I'm not even showing you the right page. Ah. That's better. Hold on, let me hide the image. Let me go down so you can see. This is the setups I was talking about. You have a ton of different options. You can have like headphones and stuff. If this one looks really cute. Do I have rules for my stream? I need to write them down, I admit. I haven't wrote them down yet. We're pretty small channel, so it's quite easy to keep people in check if they're being mean. But yeah, the rules are: don't be mean, don't be annoying, and have fun. Yeah. But I should write them someday. I can have like yeah, there's a ton of different stuff here. Here I can show you I have different tops. You can have different shirts. Like a lot of options. And there's a ton of different models that exist, made by different artists and stuff. This one is by Sanmako, as you could see earlier. But the one I'm using for the current work I'm doing, which I'm doing for fun, is by Twintail. Here, you can see at the bottom, this is a list of the models I have. There is quite a few of them. The only one I've made myself is this one. I want to show it off because I did work quite a lot on it. So this was for my boyfriend. I didn't rig it myself. Rigging is the animation for it. I paid someone to rig it for me because I am not good at it. At some point I want to try to make another one. BRB, see you soon! Maybe I'll rework this one a little bit. I think I could like redraw some of the textures myself and make it look even cuter. Let's go back to our dear Glorpi. Where is she? Here. I still really like this model. I think for our first model I didn't do too bad. Well, technically second. I think the first one was a baby model I was trying to make. Here's the plushie, you know? Welcome back, welcome back! So the way I work, I can show you a little bit. Is that here I have maps with all the textures the model have. Both textures that I'm using and textures I'm not using. Like everything will be on the different layers. This one has 13 layers, which is relatively little. Some models can have like 30, depending on how the artist slices it. What type of layer would I need to rig my model? That's a really good question. Basically, anything that will move on its own needs a layer. Which makes it very interesting. When you're drawing a Vtuber model, it's very different from just drawing in general. Drawing in general, you will have like one layer for the sketch, one layer for everything green, and on top of the green you will add, okay, shadow, lights, stuff, for example. If you draw like a painting, like of a place, you would have maybe like a folder for the tree on the right, for example. But when you do a model, the way you have to think about it is that you need everything to be solid and to be blurred in different places. So a good way to show it, I think, is with hair. So let me show you maybe this one. Here are the different bangs the character can have. For example, the one I'm using, I think, is this one. No, it's not this one. It's those one. But you can see the way they're separated. It can vary a little bit. What I did when I made my model, I made it simpler, and I had basically like one layer for one strand of hair. Here's like one layer for the strand and one layer for the like shading on it. You have a ton of different little versions of it depending on the artist, but usually that's kind of how it goes. Is it like an interactable animation then? Yes and no. I don't exactly know what you mean by that, but basically the way it works is then I have a webcam tracking my face at a different point on my face. So when I blink, when I look around, when I have my tongue out, stuff like that. It is tracked with an app, and then like send it to my computer to then know, okay, the model needs to move this way. How do you understand which of the layers go where? It's honestly just you learn it after a while. You have to look a lot, be like, okay, here, well, having this one maybe a bit more obvious. Okay, here, one of these faces is a face that I have on. The blue one will be the clipping, so when I move my head it looks blue under, so it transition well. And the black one is the line art. It's done like that so it deforms better without getting like crunchy. But it's like, okay, here for the glasses, okay. So if you have black glasses, you can have, then this is the solid layer for the lens, and this is the under. After a while you just kind of have to recognize stuff. It takes a while, I'm not gonna lie. Like getting here to this all of this here is the eyelashes. What do they look like in Life 2D? Well, I can show you. Like, for example, if you look here, this is my tongue. And if I do here... you can see it. And if you see, like, if I move my head, the line art kind of disappears where my chin meets my neck. It's a ton of little, like, tricks, honestly. But then you kind of have to rely on those tricks to then edit yourself. For example, here you can see the work in progress on the headphones. To make them, I used, for the top part, there was a made headband that was available. But since I'm not using it, I'm using it as a base to draw something on top of it, to have the right kind of movements. For the earpiece here of the headphones, there was nothing that was actually covering the ears, or it was maybe like animal ears, but they were like very floppy, which is not how headphones moves. So I needed them to be on something more solid. And so here, actually, I drew directly on the hair in the back. Like, so it moves a little bit, but little enough that it looks right. Basically. But it's actually, I find it quite fun to work with models like that. Because it feels like a puzzle. You have pieces of the puzzle and you cannot go outside of the puzzle. So how do you fit your elements on it? I find them quite satisfying. And you can also like add your little bonuses. For example, here, the little antennas. They were part of the model, I didn't make them myself. But I felt like they were a bit flat, so I added some of my own shading to make them like a bit shiny. And I think they look very cute. Same for example here with the freckles. There was like no star freckles available, same for the shoulders. So you add them yourself and you have fun. Yeah, it is quite a lot of test and trial. But it's also something where it gets better with time. I've been doing texture editing for more than a year now. I started with a first model by Suika to make my own design. Which was my first like first time buying a model with an actual design in head. It was the design so earlier with the 2 different color eyes and the white hair. And I did like, it took me like a month to do something that was okay. But with time you get better. Like I've been doing texture editing as well for commissions, so I do it for other people, where people can come to me, be like, hi, I have this design. Do you think we can try to recreate it as best as we can through the options that are like, there's many of them, but in the end they're quite limited, of a specific model. And I'm like, yeah, I can do it. For example, here, I don't think this model originally allows you to have gradients in your hair. So like all of the gradients you see in the hair, I did them myself because I wanted them to match with my little reference up there. It's honestly really fun. It's really fun. Yep. And then you can have like stuff that are very different from what people can make with the base model, and I think that's also nice, you know. I think something I got a bit scared of with the first model I was talking about, Suika, is that it was huge. It's like a very, very famous artist releases a model, so like it was like €100 or something, a bit over €100. So it is not cheap, but usually that artist, when she does models for people, she does them for like thousands of euros because they're worth it. Like she pours a ton of hours into them. They're really, really cool, really pretty, and she has a ton of very like unique knowledge that you can only gain by being an artist in that field for a while. And so like having suddenly access to that kind of quality for just €100 was crazy. And so me, like many other people, we kind of jumped on the opportunity to be able to have it. Because it's not something that's usually like available for just anyone doing it mainly for a hobby, you know? And so I did it, I bought the model, I had a ton of fun with it. It was extremely pretty. I can show you. It is an extremely pretty model. But after a while, like, it felt like a bit too pretty for my silliness. I think it should be this one. And also something that happened that, since it was so crazy of an event, a ton of people bought it. Like, I think in the end it's like thousands of people bought this model here, that you see. And so the only way to really be able to be different was to start texture editing. Texture editing and adding items. So here, if you look on my head, the ears, goggles, and horns are drawn by me. Same goes with like a shoulder pad and like plushie and a little pencil case on my hip. Same goes also with the back of the shirt. The rest is only done through texture editing. So here, like, both legs should look human. There's no option to have bones in your leg as part of the base model, because like it's a very niche thing. So it would be like extra work for something that's extremely niche. Same with the arms. And so, like, after a while you really start to make the model your own. And I think that's really fun. And it's also a good way to try to have a unique face. Because as much as I loved this model, for a while, scrolling on Twitch, with every scroll you always had at least one person, and one Vtuber, with this model. So it's, at first it's very sweet, like, oh, like, yeah, I have so many like siblings, that's kind of a joke. People with the same model. But after a while you feel like you're not very unique anymore. Even though like you look as unique as you can, you always kind of have the same face syndrome, you know, like in anime. And that's when I started to want to go with something a bit different, a bit less used. And that's when I bought this one, which is the one I use currently. You saw this plushie? It might be... it is a reference to one of my emotes, which is a real plushie I have in real life. Wait, we call it Sad Cat or Baby, because it's so cute. But since technically it is a real plushie, I didn't know exactly if I had the right to really use it in my design. That's why I do it like as a legally distinct baby. Okay, so here is a model I usually use. It's also a very affordable model that's customizable for Bison Mako. She looks really cute. She's a slightly different style from Suika. And she looks a bit more silly, which I think fits me better. And you can also see I'm using some of the same items I haven't modified, like the goggles and the shoulder pad. But I also redid some of them and the entire texture thing. So the suit is way shinier, way more like latex-y, which is what I like. And same goes with the skirts. Here, this model doesn't really offer this type of skirts I wanted. That's why I had to draw them as a PNG and just like glue them on. The way it works is that you have items. For example, like this one, you can see? It's like, I have it here, and I can do whatever I want with it. Including like sticking it somewhere, and you can see like, it stays glued on. Yeah, that's what I had to do with a lot of different items. But it's also very fun, you know, it's like... It's a way to remaster my like model with like newer skills, and I think it looks really cute. And yeah. Also, I've never quite finished it, you can see it's still a bit sketchy. Shh, you don't see it. Sorry, let me close the window again. Okay. But I also like do it for other people. I'm not gonna show it because I don't know if they're okay with me showing it on live. I started like doing it on the Midnight customizable model, which is really cute. Yeah. It's very fun. It works. And honestly, like, I need to work a bit more on my actual drawings and learn how to draw a bit better, because I want to. But that did quite, like, skyrocket my skills in rendering, honestly. So everyone typing in chat, I'm looking at something, no worries! Doing as much as you can. Yeah, it's perfect. No worries, no worries. I'm happy you're enjoying the stream. Okay, well, let's go back to work, I think. Let's try to give a... Oh, I have an idea. I have a silly idea. Let's add some sparkle on the tongue. I don't know if it's gonna look cute or not. I think it looks kinda cute. Hold on. She has like a galaxy on her tongue. Isn't that cute? Yeah, I like that. It's kind of funny because I don't think I told you. This model I'm working on right now, the name Glorpi, it's not gonna be the definitive name. I'm making her as a way to start a like side channel where I want to post some like song covers. Because I'm not the best singer, I want to get better at it, and I think posting it would help me get some feedback and stuff. But I'm very shy about it, so even if the channel is already created and I have a name for it, for now I'm just using Glorpi. It's cute, it's cute. And that's why, like, it's just kind of like a passion project, honestly. I'm doing it for fun, for frenzies. And I'm happy to be working a bit on this model as well. I've never really done big texture editing on it yet. I want to do it, yes. Let me find... It's gonna be a bit weird to ask it, but where are my bobas? I need to find them to texture edit them. Not here. No. Found them. I found that boba. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna shade them like we've been doing. First a darken with this one, that, if that. I'm gonna okay, and let's blur it. Okay, it's good. Then I'm gonna add glow. Add glow, is it for... yeah, it's for the sparkles. So we need the white, and we need to have the sparkle brush here. I'm gonna make it bigger. Okay. And brightness, I'm guessing it's just for some normal one, if I remember. Oh, I suppose it is stars. Right. I was wrong. Let's try some stars. Okay, and then overlay is gonna be the like bigger shadow, a bigger highlight. I mean. Don't know why I'm shading the bottom, even though I'm not gonna see it, but it makes me happy, so who cares? And now we're gonna make it blurry. On the one side, looks a bit softer. Okay. Let's test this. We export and we're gonna test those new sparkly bobas. Okay, so currently this is what we have. Okay. Look at it. Or once you have the right to look at them. Just to see, then when we reload the textures. That looks cute. Looks really cute. Okay, I need to tame a little, like to tune down a little bit of shine on them. The big one. But it looks pretty good, honestly. I think if I blur it a bit more. And here. A bit further in this one. And then we blur it. Something like that. Yeah, that's better. So shiny. Yes, it is. Weird question, but do you like them? Let me see if this correction helps. I think it looks cute. I mean, erase a little bit so it doesn't look too weird. I need to erase a big one, the big highlights. And tune down a little bit the bottom one. So. Make this one a bit greener. A little bit. And then we need to erase this one just a little bit. I didn't even do this. I went a bit of this and a bit of that and bish bash bosh. Honestly, I don't know. I just kind of go like, hee hee, shiny. And it works. I'm the shiny expert. Yeah, that's nice. I think it looks cute. Okay. I think we're gonna work on this little gem here for funsies. I think it's gonna be pretty fun and shiny. Ooh, shiny, shiny. I like shiny. I know. So where is it? It's somewhere here. No. Not here either. Ah, here. Haha. So, if we look at the reference, I do have a reference picture. We have like dark blue, light blue highlights, and something like red in the middle. The pinkish red. Like stars. Yeah. Let's get started. I'm gonna pick the color directly from here. And let's see what we can do. Which one is... Aha! This one. Apparently I'm already really good, because I already did it. New layer and pick out this color. But what we want to do, I'm gonna lasso fill. I like lasso filling, it's quite satisfying, I find. Basically just draw the shape you want to fill, and bam! You can just complete the last few missing pixels. Yep. Okay. And now let's take some of that and start shading a bit. Hold on. Yeah, something like that. Do a lighten. No, maybe a... added a bit too much, I think. Maybe not, actually. This is kind of cute, though. We're gonna do like this for now. I'm gonna add some of that and make it a shadow in the corner. Let's make it a bit more blurry, so the transition is smoother. Same with the other one. Okay, we have a good start. We're gonna do some of this and do some highlights. Maybe a glow add, I think. Look at that! Look how cute that looks already. Let's add some little stars and stuff inside. I think we need to add them here, like under this part, but over the white part. We want some white. Let's do some, yeah, that's not quite crisp enough. So let's try to use our sparkle brush. And add them like in the corner, bit like this. I'm adding a bit more stars towards the dark corner because we would realistically see more there. Maybe I can do like a glow. Or glow dodge. I do glow dodge and then add one and do a glow, no, normal glow. No, never mind. I'll make it. I'll add one and just have to draw some little stars. What's this? Ah, something up. Some of this. I don't like it. No. Let's try to find a crisper brush. Do something like this. Yeah, that's better. It's kind of like sort of like flame shape. There, it looks a bit like a Mega Evolution stone. Let's try to add it like... there. Let's see if we can do something to make it look... Oops. Make it look cute, even cuter. Not subtract. Lighten looks cute. The add glow makes it too pink, not too bright. Hard light works well. It's better than lighten. Yeah, it is. Difference, no. Vivid light, no. Horn mix is too harsh. No. No. Divide is not it. Hue maybe, but no. Color, no. Let's do hard light, and let's. I think I have an idea. Let's make it like have a bit of that 3D effect. Do something like that. Something like this. And maybe now we make it a little bit up there. I'm a bit unsure. I'll try something more here. Try to make it a bit bigger. It doesn't disappear when I blur. Yeah, that's pretty good. Now let's add some little stars. Alright, first I wanted to maybe add glow to them? No. Glow dodge is cuter. Color works a little bit, not super well. So let's do hard light, yeah. It has a few of this color. We're gonna add on a layer on top. And do a little add glow to it. No. It's good like this. I think it looks cute. And then like here, basically it's just a 3D effect. All around it. We color pick that. Here I'm just gonna color like this outer layer there. Now I'm gonna color pick the shadow from the actual tie. And add it, like let's say, in a multiply with a bit of this, but smaller. And maybe something like here as well. It doesn't quite pop. Let me do a bit of trimming a bit. Makes this. Yeah, that's nice. Maybe I should actually just change the color of that line art to the one of the tie. Oh, right. I was like, why is it not the color I picked? Because I'm erasing, I'm not adding color. Yep. Nice! I think something you can even do could be kind of fun. Add a little bit of the blue hue on the tie, as if like it's reflecting a bit. Like this going through the gem and making it a bit bluer around it. That looks pretty good. Let's save before something dramatic happens. Pop. And then it's in... Which layer am I on? This one. I'm on the face layer. Yeah, I am on the face layer. Okay. Chat, do you see my cute bow tie? It looks like a kid drew it for me. But then, I have a glow up. If you give me a second. Oh, yeah! Look at that! Doesn't this look nice? Wow! Exactly. And my tongue too! Look. Slip. Anyways, look at that. I think that's pretty nice. We made some pretty good progress today. I'm very happy. Wow! I think it looks hella cute. Ah, come on! Construction work! Let me be able to stream with my window open because I'm cooking. Anyways. I think I'm pretty happy with the progress today. I think I might just change the pink in the middle, something that lets the star through. I can only hear it when you speak and barely goes through. Okay, well, I'm glad. I might actually leave my door open then, because I'm so warm. I'm so warm. Will you tell me if it gets too annoying, okay? Right now, it's 31 degrees outside. We started at 27. I don't like it. So. Can you find... yeah, it's another hard light. Yeah, this one. This one is kind of nice. Sorry. Yeah, I think it might be time for me to go, but I think this is a bit nicer. Something I could do quickly before I forget. activate this and try to find the highlights on the lips. Is it you? Let me compare. Oh, this is the type of back and forth you have when working on model. I think it is. So let's... What is it? What is it? Don't know where the lips are. Don't know where the lips are. Maybe that is a lip. I don't know. I think we're out of music. But good timing, because I do need to run. Yeah, but let me try just a quick little thing. New layer. I take some white, like this, like that. I'm just gonna do this to see if it changes my lip highlights to be with a little sparkle on it. Yep, and then we will have to say bye bye. Oh, wait, I'm so big! I'm sorry, I forgot! Again! Sorry! I keep forgetting. Okay, it is this, but... I see. It's a bit broken. We'll have to... Yes, yes! Lunchtime soon, I know! Let me just... And then... Here, erase that. Don't know if it will work, but we will see. Oops, I need to deactivate the background, otherwise everything will look all kind of strange. Up, 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 up. Okay. Sorry. It looks kind of cute. Let's see if we keep the little star highlights on it. Thank you. Okay, but look at that. We did some pretty good progress today, I think. I dare say. We got new shiny antennas. We got new freckles that are star-shaped. With a little star-shaped highlight on the lip as well. We got a new gem on our tie. It's very cute. As well as new highlights on the shoulders and bobas. Important. We got slightly shinier rendering on the leotard. The short is no longer blue, because it used to be blue. We got very shiny thighs as well. And that's all for now, but it's already quite a lot, honestly. There was a lot of renderings, so like a lot of the thing we did today is like done. Like fully done. We won't have to rework them later, which is really nice. Let me do this and then do that. Let me put some music while we say goodbyes. Yeah. I think we're starting to really look like our reference. Don't you think? I think we're doing quite well. Like, look at us. Look at this nice tree soldier. I think it looks cute. I think it's starting to be quite accurate. I'll try to look up tutorials for how to render white latex, so this is not okay. But I had a ton of fun. Let me switch back to normal Cygirl so we can say goodbye properly. And then I will go and get some lunch because I'm hungry. I just had a few biscuits. Yep. Hiya! I am back. Normal Cygirl is back. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm very happy when people like came to say hi. Hopefully from now on. Hi, OMG, hi. Hopefully from now on, hey. I should be able to stream at the usual time. Usual time being around like 10 French time. So like an hour earlier than I started today. Oopsie, I started late today. Hopefully that time on Saturdays and Wednesdays, which is what it was when I was in Sweden. Might be more, so like stay tuned, like don't forget to follow activate the notification or join the Discord server so you can hang out and get news on when I'm going to stream and just hang out with us as well, which is nice. We would love to have you guys. I might stream more, I might not. I have a bit of work that's like a bit stressful and a bit to do, but maybe I could like spend some time to stream in the mornings, work in the afternoon. That's my plan for today, literally. I also need to see some friends while I'm in France. Anyways, I'm getting a bit sidetracked. I hope you all enjoyed today's stream. I had a ton of fun. Working on Glorpi is very exciting. I'm excited to be finished with her as well. She's starting to look really cute. Makes me happy. Yeah, bye bye. And until next time, please do all take care. I will see you all very soon. Yeah, please take care everyone. Bye bye. Ah.